Good morning, all, or afternoon, lunchtime show today, people. And what a show! It's grand final week at Heartland. Wow! But I don't want to take all the yahoos because we got other guys that want to even go yahoo here. Why? Because apparently they all want Thames Valley to win. So good morning and good afternoon to Mr. Donny Bell and Mike Sheehan. How are you, boys? Go the Mighty Swampsters!
Morning. Or, yes, just into it. A very good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. What a time to be alive. It's go time.
It is go time. So I suppose you're all still buzzing after the weekend with all your teams going well, and awesome call by you, Donny, on the old TV, on the national TV and that. Are you taking over Johnson's job yet, or Grant Nisbet's job yet? What's the call?
I'm in line with them this week, which will be lovely. Basically, yeah, last week was really special, getting such a great semi-final delivered to the general public of New Zealand, those friends, the whānau, the amazing people that came out to Ashburton to watch their side. So many people there, so many Mid-Canterbury locals and so many Wairarapa Bush supporters, and I see they had a party of their own up in the Wairarapa. So shout out to both of those teams. And yes, I am back this week and beyond excited to have a final, a very special moment in my own commentary journey. And yes, how good has provincial rugby in New Zealand been this year? But yeah, I think we'll get a slice of the pie this week when you talk about the Nisbets and Johnsons. And yeah, obviously my dear self, a couple of my idols as commentators over the years and continue to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, we've got a big packed show because, you know, of course, if you've got any questions, people, throw them in the comments. We'll try to answer as many as we can. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at the results from the weekend, and we'll start off with the game that no one really cared about. And that was Wanganui taking on Horowhenua. It was 8-all at, I think, half-time, and then 18-all after. There must have been an injury because I completely missed it, and we were like 10 minutes into the second half overtime, and then it was 18-all, and I'm thinking, okay, did I completely miss something here? Are we already in extra time? Only for it to end 18-all and then go to extra time, and then, of course, Horowhenua scored, and I thought, oh, game over. No, they decided to take a conversion because I wish they just had one rule. Hey, Donny, you know, either it's golden point or it's extra time. So these poor buggers had already played almost 100 minutes, and then they had to go out and play another 20 minutes, 10 minutes each way. But the fitness of Horowhenua, coming from the back of the field in 8th place, demolished the Butcher Boys by 40 points to 18. Who picked it? I think I did, actually.
I'll tell you what, I said to you how dangerous on the show Horowhenua Kapiti are and that they're going to go further in this competition. But when we got down to the picking, I actually went Wanganui 12 and under. But I just alluded to how well Horowhenua Kapiti were going with their experienced guys like Khan Fotuili, Dallas Wiki. And I was talking about how great they are and that I feel like they'll make some more plays in this comp, and they have. But to beat the Butcher Boys and to slam 22 points on, it is a game a hell of a lot of people up there in those communities of course, Wanganui and the Horowhenua Kapiti region would have been watching with intense interest. And to blow Wanganui off the park like that, 22 points in extra time. I was coming back from Ashburton at the time, and I couldn't quite believe my eyes what I was seeing. That is monumental from Horowhenua Kapiti, and obviously Wanganui must have played incredibly well in the first and second half, but not well enough because they've been blown away. And yeah, it brings in the whole golden point extra time. The fitness of these players really tests them, as you were talking about before, Rab. So yeah, that one caught me off guard massively, and a huge credit to Horowhenua Kapiti who are deserving Lahore Cup finalists. What a season so far.
Oh, I know. Mike, what did you think?
Yeah, I actually watched the game on Sunday, watched the highlights rather. Well, I actually watched the full game on Sunday while I was having a Fanta. But I thought Wanganui played substandard for their standards. I thought the fitness of Horowhenua Kapi, players like Dallas Wiki, going the whole. Like, he was out on his feet. Me and Donnie were talking about that last night. But there was just some critical patches there where Wanganui made the wrong call and kicked it away on probably 2 or 3 occasions where they probably should have held it. But full credit to the Horowhenua boys. They just ran it straight at Wanganui and just battered them all day. That's pretty much it. And another season over for the Butcher boys, but they'll rebuild better and come back next year.
And that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. Just to cut in very quickly there. Just wanted to say the Butcher boys are always there or thereabouts, and I'm sure you'll touch on that soon, Rabs. They're a very classy side. Got players like Whakaragogo, Horrocks, to name a few. Whale, who's played a lot of rugby. Just to name some of their experienced players. Hay Horton. And I just did not see them not quite being up to task there. And they by their standards, would have felt that they were disappointing in that game. But let's not take anything away from Horowhenua Kapi and their beautiful direct rugby they played, taking Wanganui on.
Oh yeah, no, totally. And as I said, in the round robin, I did say if there was 5 more minutes in that game in the round robin, I still think a Horowhenua could have got up for that. But the clock ran out on them, and just by pure luck and coincidence, they had the clock go their way this time. So because 18-15, they still didn't have it wrapped up for extra time. Wanganui could have stolen it, and but they got that late penalty, and then of course the rest is history in extra time. But I mean, it was a great game to watch. It was a bit hard to live score on the tribe. It was just doing my head and trying to figure out how many minutes had gone past. I think I ended up on about 100,000 minutes in the game. But hey, who cares? We got the result in the end, and congratulations to Horowhenua, who will be travelling down south, and we'll come across that in a few moments' time. But talk about coming from the grave. I mean, my golly gosh. I've got to say it. I saw better coverage on the Facebook from North Otago of all the highlights than the actual live stream. Sure, they had to live stream it because it was a semi-final, but there was no commentary. They were using the VO camera, which doesn't swing around and show you someone kicking for goal. It was not the greatest of watching, but my God, I mean, really, the last second to score a winning try and take the game out, 48-46 at the showgrounds in Oamaru. Happy campers down south. Gentlemen, how unlucky were the Weka?
That was a great comeback from the old Golds. They had nothing to lose after we gave them a hiding the week before, and they've just managed to go away and keep at it, turn their game around, and geez, what a game that was! But take nothing away from Poverty Bay, they've had an unreal season this year. I think they've had their best season in years this year. But full credit to the old Golds. I can't say much more than that. Really, it was a complete team effort.
Yeah, Donnie, what did you think of it from what you may have seen?
Yeah, I've seen some highlights. Make sure I made some time for that. Poverty Bay Weka, hard to argue with Mike. Their best season in a long time. They were seriously struggling last year. Poor Poverty Bay. And this year they have well and truly punched above their weight. They've had a great knock at the crease, to use a cricket terminology. But to go down by 2 points and score 46, they can leave the season with their heads held well and truly high. Yes, they'll be devastated, getting so close. They had some injuries coming into the game. They didn't make excuses. They fronted, couldn't quite get it done. That's all I can say for the Poverty Bay Weka. Congrats on one heck of a season. and you'll be back for more and dangerous. And what an improvement for you guys. Big tick. North Otago, the mighty old Golds, they are off to the big dance, and they deserve to be there throughout the season. They've been consistent. Yes, they won't be happy with their performance, or wouldn't have been happy with their performance over Mid-Canterbury, but they have so many dynamic runners, so many dangerous players, big ball runners, and they know how to score tries. They're a very proud region, the North Otago region, and absolutely going to be honoured. We'll touch on it, I'm sure, later in the show, but I think I'll have just a little bit more to do with them as we come into the next week. So credit to the old Golds, and what a game, 48 points to 46. They looked dead and buried, North Otago, on the score sheet. If you're just purely looking at that, well, they obviously didn't think they were. They come back for the ages to win that. Would have been really entertaining being at the ground, I'm sure. Well done, North Otago, Lahore Cup final.
Gee, it sounds like you're chatting up the barmaid already.
Two teams. No, got to give credit where credit's due. I believe I picked North Otago last week, but they still had a lot of work to do coming off a 40-odd point loss. It's never easy getting back up, as I'm sure you both know. So they've done really well there.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, we'll cover all the finals just after we've finished all the semi-finals. And good afternoon to Clarence, who's watching the show, and anyone else that's watching, throw your comments in. If we're talking a lot of shit, just tell us. So we've got the Swamp Foxes, 24 all at half time. I thought, yeah, game on. My God. Poor old Jeremy Sutherland, my good buddy, Mr. Trump of South Canterbury Rugby. At least he's got the Bledisloe Cup sitting in their nice new club rooms there at Fraser Park. But 60 points, I did not see that coming.
Don't think anyone did.
Yeah, I picked Thames Valley to win by 3 points, not 30. The Swamp Foxes turned up and blew South Canterbury away. Their work at the breakdown, quick ball wide to their backs. It was a complete performance. Commiserations to South Canterbury. They still hold on to their incredible record, and they've had injuries throughout the year, but Cyrilli Massey still stood up. Clarence Moley and Anthony Amato had all had great games, but it's going to be a hell of a game next weekend.
Oh, totally. And on top of all of that, it's sort of like when with recent years, if Wanganui's not there and South Canterbury's not there, you go, oh wow, what's happening? But now we get into this new era where it's Mid-Canterbury and Thames Valley there all the time. So, teams have swings and roundabouts, and I'm sure South Canterbury will bounce back for sure. But I suppose we have to go to this one. Oh,
can I just touch on that one, Rex?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'll just touch on that really, really briefly. Throw my 10 cents worth in. I just wanted to show a big shout out to the Wright family and to Willie Wright. Just a massive congratulations on playing 100 games for his province. Really special milestone and achievement for a great man, a New Zealand Heartland player, South Canterbury superstar, as you guys know over the years. 3 Meads Cup finals he's won. He's simply done it all, and commiserations to him, and just so awesome to see him, Jess, and the family out there to mark such a special occasion. And obviously condolences for them. They couldn't go all the way, but he's tasted success in the chocolates and nothing to prove. And a big shout out to South Canterbury, but fell short there to what was an exceptional Swamp Foxes team, and well done to the Swampies. They deserve to be there. They've been a dominant force. As you alluded to before, Rebs, Thames Valley and Mid-Canterbury really have taken over. The same finalists in the Meads Cup as last year. I'm sure we'll talk about that later, but one of the big names was Collard at the back. He was absolutely huge for them. We've talked about their forwards, their big, robust number 8, but talking about Collard's kicking, his ball running game, they are a special side, Thames Valley, and they well and truly deserve to be there. Just wanted to, shout out to those sides. So thanks, Rabs.
Yep, no, that's okay. And Quinn Collard currently is on 146 points for the season for the Swan Foxes, which is a new record. So he'll be aiming to crack that 150 mark this weekend. And of course, it was a semi-final we're talking about, and we've got to give it to the Thames Valley number 8, Vuna Waiwai, who got 4 tries.
He was amazing.
Huge effort.
4 tries as a number 8.
In a semi-final against a classy team like South Canterbury. I mean, that's got to go down in, highlights reel, definitely. Yeah. So anyway, there I was screaming for the penalty, listening to Mike Sheehan going, "Oh, look at all the people going on about the referees." And I'm going, nothing wrong with the referees. Just give me a bloody penalty. But I tell you, I ran the virtual on this last Thursday, my computerized virtual, and I only run the games once, and I haven't done this weekend's finals yet, but I had Mid-Canterbury 28, Wairarapa Bush 26. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that as a victory for my computerization stuff. But they batted above their weight this year to get to the Meads Cup Wairarapa Bush. They pushed the Hammers all the way right to the end. You guys were there. Devastated for Wairarapa Bush, but huge honour. They gave us a great journey this year. But I suppose you guys need to start taking the plaudits.
Yeah. It was a great game. Like the win created havoc. I think Wairarapa Bush pinned us in it. When we were going into the win, they pinned us in our 22 for the best part of 20, 25 minutes. Could have even been longer, and we defended like our lives depended on it. We couldn't get out of our 22 no matter how hard we tried. They piled the pressure on. They kept at us, but in the end, we got the win. You're right. Full credit to Wairarapa Bush. They threw everything at us. The kitchen sink. Boomer Waiwai ran right. Walton Sexton, Eschenbach made things difficult for our backs. But we got the win, and it was really heartwarming to see the showground packed, like absolutely packed out. A lot of people there. Wairarapa Bush supporters are there in force, and I caught up with Tom Kearney, the assistant coach, after the game, and he said he hasn't had much. He didn't have much hair left on his head, and then I caught up with Fridge Williamson, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was the fucking wind. But full credit to the boys. They dug deep and they backed each other 100%. But it's going to have to go up another level this weekend because the challenge is even bigger.
Donnie?
Yeah, Mike's put it pretty well. That wind was there was something else. Got up to about 35 k's an hour at one point. It was, felt for the guys up on the old cherry picker there, Mike. Would have been pretty windy and pretty tough. We were sheltered nicely away in the commentary box there in the room they've got there on the bank. It was lively. There was body paint. There was vocal supporters. That wind would have been a nightmare for both sides. You basically couldn't kick the ball if you were going into the wind. If you did, it probably would have gone behind you like in previous years. We were seen on the telly where it swirled back at one of the kickoffs there at the Ashburton Showgrounds. And it was tough, and huge credit to Mid-Canterbury. I think they were deserved winners. Wairarapa Bush were nothing short of exceptional. Big, powerful pack. Really impressed with the two sets of brothers, Leo Manus, Boomer-wise. Both just such physical ball runners. I thought their best player was Walton Sexton, the halfback. He was just sparking everything for them. I thought Walton Sexton and Kieran McClay, the two halfbacks, were two of the best players on the field. I think that's hard to argue. We could argue it, but they're both fantastic ball runners, and they get their side going. That Wairarapa Bush side is monstrous. They are huge. Via, the number 8, is a big man, tall man, strong man, physical, but mid-Canterbury grinded that out. They worked their way out of their own 22 time and time again. And Ratube Vasarakuta, he's actually incredibly underrated. I know people think he's a very good player, but I think he's even underrated, calling him a good player. He does a lot of working the way out of the 22. They'd go to him a lot. He is a powerful ball runner. He is a very good player. Samu, once again, exceptional. Mid-Canterbury had strong players across the park, as did Widebush. I don't think anybody had a poor game. It was helter-skelter. There was a great try that wasn't. Either team could have won, and sadly, one team has to go home. But a very special day for those MC Hammers supporters in Ashburton. And the whole day was brilliant. The weather was nicer, even though there was a wind. It was great to catch up with Tanya down there and Jared Rushton, Tanya Dearns, people like themselves. The managers were super helpful, always trying to provide information when commentating. And it's a game I won't forget commentating. And, yeah, just a huge credit to both sides for putting on a spectacle that we didn't know until the full-time whistle blew who was going to win. There'd be one very relieved side and one very gutted side, I'm sure. But that's rugby, eh?
It is. So the question I have is, during the game I texted you some stats about 3 players. Were you looking at your phone while you were commentating? Because it wasn't long after that you mentioned about the Blazer boys.
Must have had a look. I do quite a bit of prep as I'm going, and you've got your phone on you because I've got the floor manager. Obviously, you're working substitutions, you're working what's going on in the game, all of that. So you've got many things coming from many different areas. It's certainly harder than you'd think. Well, you guys probably know, actually. You guys would know there's a lot of art and skill and a lot of quick thinking required and a lot of outside noise that's really important. But I thought that was really critical, Rab, so big props to you, seriously. And I did a lot of homework with the managers as well. I try and have some good long phone calls with the managers and find out what I can. And once again, I'll need to do that. It's really important, and they're so helpful. And the more you know, the more you can give those people who love watching the families and friends. I don't think they realise, everyone can be quick to wonder what's happening, and it's important you inform them as much as you can. So thank you very much for that. Very kind.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, that's not a problem because I mean, the whole point of all that is to try and
together, aren't we? Yeah.
Bring the info to the people because there is more to it than just two sides smashing it. There's stories all over the park, and and if I don't know, he's probably teaching school at the moment. But if Shao Gorman, if you're listening, I'm still waiting for that Pinot that you said you were going to send me 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll just mention that.
Still got to get Mike a wire wrap a bush hat.
No.
Oh, there we go.
He's going there for you, Mike.
No.
I don't think Mike will be going down to purchase too much Swamp Foxes kit this weekend. Let's just put it that way. But
I see.
Day down there, Mike.
Yeah, no, it was a great day. I see. Scotty Day's already modelling the Swamp Foxes merch. So,
how did you Reeves? Yeah, I've already got it on, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. The fun thing is, you're mentioning about Scotty Day and their merchandise. I've already said to him, very impressive moustache there. What sort of movies you're watching?
Yeah,
but anyhow, Swampies, and unfortunately that's blocking our good friend Mr. Bell there. But Josh Flavel, Swampies are lighted up. What do you think? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, Mr. Flavel. And but what we will talk about now is Panapa Papanui. Sorry if I got your name incorrect. But we will talk about this. Oopsie daisy, I just pushed the wrong button. Here we go. and then we'll go over there, bring that up a bit
They look
bigger.
like Kikamatua Rugby ground there for a
I
second.
know it's on Sunday, but we'll do it the way it should be, okay? We'll talk about the Lahore Cup first, which should be played on Saturday. And then we'll talk about the Meads Cup, which should be played on Sunday. But no, let's have the World Cup final on Saturday, and then the third and fourth place playoff as the main game on Sunday, because that's what it is. But anyhow, Sunday afternoon at Mahino. Do we have any inside oil on why they've decided to move away from the Ashburton Showgrounds, where they've not Ashburton, Oamaru Showgrounds?
Ashburton
Showgrounds. That's been tripping me up all season. You got the AMP Showgrounds Oamaru, AMP Showgrounds Ashburton.
Don't blame you, Rebs. It's tripped me up too.
So you're the man to talk to, I'm guessing. Why are we at Mahino? Too many sheep on the field.
We're doing a lot of digging. We're doing a lot of digging because I think we were having a chat a little earlier, guys. I've commentated down at Western. Lovely ground. Mid-Canterbury, you remember Rabs and Mike came down last year. Lovely boutique ground. A lot of the cars parking up and having boot parties, very much like South Africa. The old boot parties and beautiful rural ground. I've commentated at the Whitestone Contracting Centennial Park. My understanding is they're at the showgrounds throughout this year and now at the Mahino Rugby Club. So we need to still get confirmation as to why they are using that ground. I'm sure they will have probably a number of reasons. Still getting to the bottom of as to why it's being played there, whether they're sharing it around, whether they think it's a beautiful venue to park the cars up, get lots of people on the bank or the grandstand there. So anybody that is online, that is a local down there, any light you can share, but I'm sure it will come to light in the coming days.
Yeah.
Reason, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I had a quick look on Google before, and the Mahino Rugby Club is the epitome of Heartland rugby. It's a good ground. Well, from what I've seen, it's got good facilities, but it'll be interesting to see why they've taken it out there.
Yeah, and just before we jump into the stats for the Lahore Cup final for 2025, you're a bit famous now, Michael, because we've got Mr. Vuniyawawa from, I'm guessing, Thames Valley, who scored the 4 tries, going, oh, is that Mike? I see his comments everywhere.
2 seconds, boys.
Yeah,
Keep
that's all good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's good to be recognised. I'll go and shake his hand on Saturday when I see him after the game.
After the game, yeah, and say that's a lovely runners-up medal. But while we're waiting for the extraordinary commentator to come back, Panapa, as I said, he's gone here for Horowhenua to get up by 12 and under. These teams have not met this year, which is interesting. And there we go. And just as we're waiting, he goes, see Saturday, Mike. So there you go. It's a date. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, bloody good.
But North Otago and Horowhenua have not met this year, unlike, of course, with the Meads Cup final, but where the teams have met. If we bring up these stats for this weekend, now these stats are based on Heartland games. So North Otago and Horowhenua have played against each other 12 times for 6 wins to North Otago, 5 losses, a draw. Longest winning streak is 5 Heartland games in a row to North Otago. Losing streak is 3. But then let's have a look. Okay, the largest points, that's in history, okay? The pinky colour line. Then the bottom line here, total points for and against. I'll just blow this up so you can see. This is crazy. Basically, you can't separate these two teams. 6, 5, and 1, okay? 1 draw. Total points for North Otago against Horowhenua is 457, with only conceding 258. there is a 200-point gap between two teams that you can't separate on the win-loss, basically, thingy, what do you call it? The win-loss. Because if we have a look here at the last few results, the last time they played, Horowhenua down in Oamaru, got up and won by 16 points to 14. Coming back off a 2022 defeat when at home in Oamaru, North Otago won by 89 points to 23. That is not a spelling mistake or a typo. And of course, 2016, a 36-all draw. They met in a Lahore semi-final back in 2015 up here in Levin when North Otago got their fifth win on the trot by 57 points. This is just this is showing me that it's the second final these two teams have been involved with. Back in 2002, North Otago hosted Horowhenua in a Division 3 NPC final and took that out by 43 points to 19. But when these teams meet, there is a lot of meat pies being scored. Do you think we'll be looking at the same scenario this weekend on Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see that being any different. Both sides like to run the ball around like we saw last week, and both sides have got big, strong, carrying forward packs. I'm going to go North Otago by 6, but I tentatively go North Otago by 6 because I just think it's their year this year. They've come back really strong, and that's probably all I've got to say about it. Really, to be fair.
Yeah, well, back in 2018 and, of course, 2024, Horowhenua did travel down and got away with a couple of point victories. But as I said, that blowout in 2022, 89-23, was just a crazy game. With the wind and all that, just something that you were mentioning also quickly before you just took off was somewhere in my archives from over a decade ago now, I've got a kick, North Otago kicking off at Ashburton.
Mm.
And and it went back behind its own dead ball line. Now, that is still up on YouTube if you want to go and see it. It's had about 100,000 plus views. The craziest win. But anyway, we diverged to a different game, a different era. I'm just saying these teams, you can't split them on the head-to-heads, really. 6-5 and 1 draw in Heartland. But, there's still after that defeat in 2022, there's a 200-point difference between the teams. They haven't met this year. So did Horowhenua, Danny, play their final against Wanganui last week?
This game will be a draw, and it'll go to extra time. There you go.
Extra
There's
time?
a bold prediction for you.
Mm.
They'll go to extra time. It'll be a draw on full time. So, and when I say that, it'll go to added minutes is probably the word I'll use. I think they'll be even. I think they're very evenly matched sides, both good attacking sides. Yes, I see what you're saying, Rebs. They'll be absolutely stonkered. Horowhenua can't beat North Otago are too, though. They had to come from behind out of nowhere. Both sides will be absolutely knick-knacked. I hope they're on the ice baths, starting off the lemonades. And, I can see this being a draw. Am I crazy in saying that?
No.
There you go.
West Coast last year.
Yeah, I mean, we did. We saw that last year in the Lahore Cup final. These teams are both, want to finish the season with something in the trophy cabinet. And as I said, Horowhenua to come from 8th, they'll be really up for it. I'm unsure what the long-range forecast for the weather is going to be like. But all I know is that, as you can see in the background there, I don't know if that's Mahino or not, but I can visually see sheep on the ground already leaving a few nuggets for the Horowhenua boys. But okay, so I've got the Horowhenua jersey. I've got the North Otago jersey. And now I've got to pick. Okay, I'm going to go North Otago to win by 8 in 80 minutes.
Fair enough.
Okay, Rebs, mate, it's cool. Where's your heart lie?
Where's my heart lie? Well, North Island, of course.
Yeah, makes sense, Rebs. Makes sense. And apologies before, I just had to go deal with a very small minor emergency, which has been dealt with. Of course, work never stops. And honestly, they are two such brilliant clubs, aren't they? They're proud, they've been around, they're well established, beautiful communities, and special seasons for them both. And it's a shame that one of them, that one will win and one will lose. But that, once again, that's how it works. And for me, I can't separate them, but one of them may run out of puff and out of steam.
Clarence is going Nua by 12. So
there you go. That's confident.
Yeah, there's confidence for you. Well, I did message young Corey Kennett, congratulating him on his victory, and he goes, "Yeah, cheers, mate. The guys are buggered."
I bet they are. What a shift they've put in. And can we talk about the 43-year-old guy playing halfback? He's not bad.
Oh, Mr. Fatui.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, can't. Yeah, they're incredible Rebs, Mike?
I think he must have went. Yeah, I think he must have. Did he go off early? Because I see Thomas Barnsley was on for a good chunk of that match.
He must have. And what about that forward pack?
Yeah.
Well, Jack Sturmey's been playing well. I'm unsure, I haven't actually seen the team lineups properly.
I think Sturmey might have missed the last game, Reds, but I could be wrong. I didn't see him on the team sheet.
No.
What about their wing? What about their winger? They got a hat trick.
Yeah, should we talk? We've got to talk about their outside back stuff. But that's quite something.
Right, no, yeah, totally. I mean, I can't actually just pull the names out of my ass at the moment because I haven't actually seen the match reports, which is a shame, which is bad. But hey, it was the other game that went on forever. I just know Horowhenua won, and yay, we've got a North-South Lahore Cup final again. No, I've had the boys from North Otago Supporters Club right here in the bar at Rab's house. That's probably why I'm leaning to the North Otago boys, because I gave them a couple of bottles of the old moonshine to take back to Oamaru with them, and hopefully they can get to celebrate it with it this weekend. So, North Otago for me. But yeah, it's sort of, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know whether there's a poetic justice behind the Lahore Cup being played on Sunday. I just still can't get my head around why.
Yeah, they must have their reason. Yeah, I won't comment on that one too much.
No,
with my positive, but there must. I'm not sure of the reasoning there, Rabs. As to why. I'll have to find out.
It goes back to
it's
the
been like
days
that for a few years now, hasn't it?
It's been like forever. Basically, when all the finals were being played at Labour weekend, right? The last game after the NPC, NPC's done, is the Lahore Cup, and that was like the last official rep game of the season. Yet they would still have the Meads Cup, which is like the top game for Heartland.
Yeah, top four. Yeah.
Should be the last game. I've always called it out, and I won't stop calling it out until they spin them around.
Have you ever got the reasoning as to why? I'm not sure of the exact.
Maybe
I'm sure they've got their reasons, but yeah.
Maybe they think they get more people to watch the Meads Cup on a Saturday at the pub. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's the only thing I can think of. But anyway, let's jump straight into it then. So, because I'm sure people like Josh Flavel saying that, as he says, you know, Swampy's to light it up. Oh, sorry. Swampy's to light it up at Ashburton. There you think, Mike. Hopefully the wind stays away. So, yeah. So, Mike, your team, you've made the big dance.
Good on you, Mike.
Now's your chance to pump it up. Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, Ashburton.
Yeah, this is going to be a game for the ages. The excitement levels around town are already sky high. I can't even fathom what's going through Matt Winter's head at the moment.
Imagine his media duties. Matthew Winter, the tactician. He'd
be all
over the shop doing media and videos, I'm sure.
He won't be getting he won't be getting much work done this week, but this is going to be a great game. I'm not going to pick against Mid Canterbury because I'm an MC Hammer man through and through. But that man there's two men on the screen now are going to be very, very influential. Tom Reekie with his boot and that big number 8. I just can't pronounce his name. Sorry, but
this might help.
Yeah. All right.
Long enough, I'll pronounce it.
We'll just call him Batman because he's got a Batman as his symbol. But the boys are gonna have to step it up a notch, if not 2 notches. Hopefully
the
win.
Name their reps? I'll try and sound it out for us.
Oporoso Vuni Yawa.
Yeah, Vuni. I'm just having a look here. So Oporoso looks like Vuni Yawa. Yeah, I'll check the pronunciation of that. That's looking at it the first time. I haven't called a Swampy's game this year.
Yeah.
Many in the past, not as of this year, but he's a serious threat, isn't he? Yeah. Come back.
Well, and he has amazing hairdos because last weekend he was the red pinky colour. So let's see what colour he comes out. Give us a heads up. I know you're watching Batman, so give us a heads up what colour hair you're going to wear this weekend. But I've gone far too far there. That's something totally different. There we go. Oh, what happened to my stats for the... Hang on, I've lost my statties. Hang on one moment, callers. I'll just take that off here so we don't have that. I'll just quickly find the stats.
Potentially.
Well, here we go. Found it. There we go. So, these two teams met in round 1. Believe it or not, round 1, they met.
Finals.
It was a repeat of last year's final. Did the business, 50 points to 34. And now we should be in the last game of the season, which would have been a nice bookend. First game, last game. And, so there is 2.8 points between these two teams in Heartland. You can't separate them.
No. Deserved finalists. Unarguably.
Yeah. So 28-25 is the average points in Heartland. Do you think we'll see a very similar scoreline coming down to a penalty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hammers by 3.
Well, you're going to go Hammers by 1. You'll go Hammers to draw and then win the coin toss.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a ripper game, but yeah.
Well, are you nervous, Mike?
Hey?
You nervous?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I am really nervous.
I bet both teams are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, as I said before, I can't imagine to think what TK and Wince and Jimmy are feeling. I mean, even Fridge. Oh, Fridge doesn't say much at the best of times, but yeah.
He's a good man, isn't he? And imagine the excitement for teams coming south. What do you reckon, Rams?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
well, in 2023, they got up by 34-31 the last time they won down there. And but you look at these scores. They're just, these teams don't believe in defence. Basically, you got 80 points. You got 70 points. 70 points, almost 100 points. You know, I mean, 25-16 is a good score, right? No, that was too small for them. I mean, you have to go back to 2007 when it was 13 points to 7 to Tansali down there at Ashburton. So it is absolutely crazy, these numbers. And the way Thames played last week, and I think the way Mid-Canterbury are, the only reason I'm going to say what I'm going to say now is at the start of the season, one young Ian Smith asked me, who's going to win the Meads Cup this year? And I said it would be a Mid-South final. So South Canterbury are not there.
Yeah,
so I've got to stick with my guns and go Mid-Canterbury to win by 6 points. There we go, gentlemen.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that Thames Valley won't put 60 points on us.
Do we take a bet on that?
Oh yeah, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. I'll bet you a Southern Rugby Football Club beanie.
Oh, beanie! I was hoping that you would jump on Josh Flavel's bandwagon and offer us some whitebait, but no.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't see Thames Valley putting 60 points on us. Definitely not.
Okay.
Thames Valley are a serious threat, though, aren't they, boys? They we talked about Mid-Canterbury. They're the unbeaten side. They've been nothing short of incredible, the fight they show. But let's talk about Thames as well. They have got better, in my opinion, as the season's progressed. And I noticed they've got a lot of experienced players who have won the final last year, and players from 2 years ago. They continue to return to play for the side. They haven't lost all too much. They have a very dynamic forward pack, a very good back line. They continue to come back. We talked about Collard, Lafatui, Nahi, McMahon, just to name a few names.
Even Connor McVeary and Cam Drong. Cam Drong. Yeah.
A lot of experience, those two, and real body on the line players. McVeary's very underrated, and Drongle's always there or thereabouts. There's so much experience in that team. They are such a well-supported club. They'll get huge support down there. They will be a force. I think they'll be a real step up. But, yeah, honestly, this one it's going to go down to the wire, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've just got to remember how well they played against South Canterbury a couple of years ago as well, down there at Timaru. And also, I've got all the respect because, hey, I've worked with them. I know Scotty, I know Scott Penny, I know Tane, I know all of them. I had a great night at Waihi watching them when they played East Coast. And, we had a great weekend there. But, it's sort of like you have to take a stand. And as I said, I did say Mid-Canterbury at the start of the year. So I'm going to end with Mid-Canterbury. And Benji is saying, "What's up, Dad?" Hi, Dad. So give your son a shout out.
There he is. Yeah, the teachers are on strike today, so there's no school for him, unfortunately.
Why is he not at school?
Hey?
I was going to say, why is he on his phone at school?
No, there's the teachers are having a strike today, so that's why he's roaming around. But this is going to he'll be there. He won't miss it.
Support the teachers, I think. But it's crazy. The whole thing's absolutely crazy. I mean, as I said again, we've only been talking about Heartland for the last 40 odd minutes. And, we can spend all bloody week talking about it. But I suppose we do. Did we get a tip from you, Donnie? We didn't, did we?
No, I stayed very quiet, didn't I? I have no idea where this is going to go. Let's go Mid-Canterbury by 5. Thames could easily win it, though, but we'll go the MC Hammers of Mid-Canterbury by 5 from me. So it's all within 7 points from all three of us. Really tricky. I think the win's going to be critical. Thames Valley used the win better than anybody last week. We saw them use the win better than South Canterbury, hence the blowout. But yeah, I just think Canterbury don't know how they haven't known how to lose games. I mean, they can lose a game like anybody, but yeah, we'll go Canterbury by 5. They've been the team that's leading in, and all the stats tell us they'll win it. So we'll go that way. But Thames Valley, yeah, obviously took it out last year. But wow, what games and what time's Rabs flying in? He's got flying in on Sunday.
Well, no one's been in touch with me about the helicopter ride, so I'll be just sitting back and having a couple of quiets, a couple of muesli bars and a couple of Fantas.
And Rabs,
that'll be.
You have to have 2 games. You won't even have to have multiple games on. You'll miss it.
I know. Well,
it'll be different. At least
I know, but I don't have to work now, so.
No, so you'll be able to relax and enjoy. Mike, imagine Rabs coming in on the chopper under his feet.
Oh God, wouldn't that be a scene?
Oh, it'd be scenes, and then straight into Oamaru on the Sunday or Oamaru.
Oh,
it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be great.
Yeah.
Let's tell you.
Well, maybe next year when we have the Meads Cup and the Hawke Cup finals in Levin and Masterton.
Mike and all come up.
Yeah.
But,
so if the Hammers win the Meads Cup, do we get a shot at the Ranfurly Shield?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Meads Cup champion gets a crack. So, of course, Thames will be looking at doing another trip down to Queenstown to have another crack at it, like they did a couple of years ago, I think. But but anyhow, NPC, we do have to give them a shout out, I suppose. I think give a shout out to, I have it floating around here somewhere. I have got the, where is it gone? Is that the jersey? Oh, no, here it is. So there you go. Ta-da! See? I've even got the latest Aura apparel Day of Plenty top. Bloody brilliant. Same colours as my old primary school. They got up, totally demolished Tasman by 20 points. I thought they would win, but I didn't think they would win that convincingly. And then, of course, what a game, eh?
Game of the ages.
Game of the ages, Otago getting up over the Waikato by 44-41. And then, of course, we had Hawke's Bay pick that one to get up over Taranaki 26-12. And then, of course, now we're into the semi-finals. And, gentlemen, semi-final on at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. We've got Canterbury taking on the Magpies down at Apollo Projects. Number 1 versus number 4. We'll be pretty quick on these, I think. So the winner of this game, pretty much, well, Canterbury would get to host the final if they do it.
Magpies by 12.
You never know.
With a Lincoln McCluskey try in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely have to go for the Hurricane Brothers and the Magpies. I mean, you can see that Canterbury are trying to send Apollo Projects out with another trophy. But, share around Canterbury, I've had enough of you guys winning every bloody thing. Meads Cup, Lahore Cups, bloody NPC, Ranfurly Shields, the whole lot. So, I'm going to go to the Magpies to get up and take that one out. What do you think there, Donnie?
For me, my heart would love to see Otago and Canterbury take out the games, being a South Island boy. But I think Bay of Plenty might be a bit strong, and Hawke's Bay could beat Canterbury. They've got the team to do it across the park, but I think Canterbury will be too strong at home. I think a Canterbury Bay of Plenty final, as much as I'd love to see the Blue and Golds of Otago there, I think Canterbury Bay of Plenty, but I personally would be hoping for Canterbury Otago. But every team in with a chance, Hawke's Bay and Bay of Plenty, Otago, Canterbury, is not a lot in it, and we've seen there's been upsets of plenty throughout the NPC season this year. but all four sides had tremendous games last week, and they are the deserving four sides in the semi-finals for mine.
Yeah. Well, we've got 2 playing 3 here on Friday night. So, I mean, get your tickets, get down to Forsyth Bar. I see they've wound the ticket prices back to 1998 prices, $20 to get in. I'm sure I've seen tickets for $15 over the years to get into these games. So $20 is still pretty steep. Open it up, let everyone in for free, because by the time they buy their meat pies and chips, you've made a profit. But the winner of this game is the one. Whoever wins this game on Friday night is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. The ones that will be cheering on Hawke's Bay, because Hawke's Bay finished 4th. The highest ranked team gets to host the final. So you know both of these teams will be cheering on Hawke's Bay on Saturday night.
Yeah, well, hopefully Otago beat Bay of Plenty, and we can elect Cam Miller for Mayor of Dunedin.
It'd be special. It'd be very special for Otago to get up.
No, that quarterfinal had everything. That was just a game.
Incredible.
I don't often go back and watch a lot of games again. I watched that game again. I've still got it saved on the old My Sky, which is awesome. But so that's those games. So okay, I'm going to go Otago because I've got blue and gold in the veins, and Hawke's Bay. So and that's a good final in itself. Otago versus Hawke's Bay. A lot of history between those two teams. Jamie Joseph and co. And all them guys. So, I'm going for an Otago Hawke's Bay grand final in a week's time. There we go.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, Otago and Hawke's Bay, definitely.
Yeah, could easily go that way. I think we can all agree those two semi-finals you don't exactly know what's going to happen. We saw Counties Manukau push Canterbury. So there's no reason Hawke's Bay can't go there and top them. And Otago at home, they need a big crowd in Dunedin. They need locals there. They need every little bit of home advantage if they're going to beat Bay of Plenty. If they get that and they lift again, why can't they be in the final?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, get down to the game. As I said, they're trying to make it as cheap as chips as possible for everyone to get in there. So, I suppose we have to look at that other bloody team. What's it called? Oh, All Blacks. Yeah, the All Blacks. So I suppose we better look at them. Of course, no real surprises there, all except now this morning, Patrick Tuipulotu is gone.
Yeah, big loss.
Replaced by Sam Derry this morning. Okay, Lester Whainuku, he's back in it. But and it's great to see Leroy Carter there as well. But there was one name there that jumped out at me, and I'm thinking, why? Who was it? I can't even think who it was now. Rico Ioane. I'm sorry, but this contracted way they pick players now, I hate it. I just hate it. I mean, this guy is going to go off and play overseas, correct? Yes. So why give him a trip? A golden handshake because he had I'm saying it because he's got a bloody contract. Same with poor old Finley Christie. This is the perfect tour to blood a brand new up-and-coming scrum half. Finley, yeah, great to have him there. But Cam Roigard, he's back from injury. Ratama, by the time they get to play in Ireland, in Chicago, will be back. Will Finley Christie start? I don't think so. Cameron Roigard is the number one halfback for me. And then who's on the bench, right? Why they are so eager to keep taking guys that are finishing basically end of this season and moving on when we're still 2 years out from a World Cup. It's a Grand Slam tour. Bring in these new guys. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have liked to have seen Dylan Pledger in the All Blacks 15, but that wasn't to be. But
Me too.
yeah. Yeah, I'm all about Heartland at the moment. I can't think of everything else apart from Saturday.
Pat's a big loss, obviously, in the All Blacks side.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah, would have loved to have seen Pledger get a run. I think that's a very exciting team they've picked. There's a lot of depth there, and it'll be great to see. We're still looking for another really good 10. I'd love to see Jacob step up. Just a genuine guy who plays 10, plays first five, doesn't cover fullback, doesn't cover wing, second five, just a genuine 10 like a Moanga, like for example, somebody like that who's just a straight up 10 like Apollo. So really excited for Jacob and all those players. Daniel Rona's been mightily impressive. Can see some young front rowers being blooded as well. Guys like Namia getting another crack. I'm excited by this team. Would have loved to have obviously seen Pledger in there.
Yeah, but it's good to see Palau Pakatava in there, though.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a break then. Yeah, it's good to see that he hasn't been left out of the thing. And, of course, Kyle Preston and Rowe. And then, as I said, if we look at the, just the coaching team is impressive. Jamie Joseph, David Hill, Corey Jane, Jamie McIntosh, back in the day, they were also guys picked, first names off the cab of the rank. But then you look at the loose forwards, of course, Boschia is having another crack. TK Howden from Manawatu, Dalton Papali'i, Sean Withy there, great servant in Southland Rugby. Caleb Tangatau there in the backs. So, I mean, I think they're playing 2 games or 3 games. They're playing the Barbars, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to be thereabouts as injury cover, of course, for anything that might go on with the ABs in their tour, which, of course, starts in a couple of weeks over there in Chicago. But yeah, so it's I'm looking forward to that. But just something totally left field, and you can see it on below this video on our Heartland page. One of the greatest books I've got at home here in my library is The Complete Rugby Footballer by Dave Gallagher and Billy Steed. Believe it or not, overnight, this great book, and that's the cover. That's from a photo of my book. But this book here, The Complete Rugby Footballer, has now, and I love copyright stuff, don't you? So there's some books I've got, worth a few bob. Let's just say a lot of bob. The one on the right and the one on the left. One on the right's original, which is older than the one in the middle, and the one in the left is older than the one on the right, I think of it. Oh, somehow. Anyway, a lot of coin there. But the one in the middle has now officially come off copyright. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Yeah, it's over 100 years old now, right? This bloody book's off copyright. You can go and download this book from Google for free. And guess what? There's photos in that aren't copyrighted anymore. You hear where I'm going with that, eh? Because I'm not letting that bastard go. Because, listen, guys, if they can release copyright on a book that Lynn McConnell has come out and said, and I've got to take, he's a journalist of some note. You believe what he says. So if this book is now no longer under copyright, certain people get a life and stop copyrighting photos from 1897. There you go. Had to get that off my chest. Off on fire.
You've done well, Reds. You've done really well.
So that's another hour done, gentlemen.
Just like that. Just like that. And yeah, I think we can well and truly concentrate on the All Blacks and All Blacks 15 and get mightily excited about those tours and games in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time, once our beloved provincial rugby is over, and they will be some really interesting tours. So I simply personally can't wait for those as well, Rabs.
And the Irish game, I believe, is what, 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Chicago,
even better. Even better.
Don't forget about the obviously the Heartland 15 will be named in the coming weeks. New coach, Thames Valley head coach David Harrison's taken over from Nigel Walsh now, so be interesting to see the squad he puts together for their up and coming tour of Samoa. Fiji or Samoa, yeah.
How do you get on that trip? Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? It'll be really interesting to see who makes it. Can't wait to broadcast. For it to be broadcast, yeah.
Yeah, now I've got plenty of Heartland gear there. I've even got the white Heartland jersey, which they wore a couple of years ago when they were in Fiji, when they had played a team wearing black, so they had to wear white. So I'm still actually hunting out my black. Yeah, I know. And it's often you get white or black jerseys even. But yeah, so there you go, gentlemen. I suppose we better wrap the show up. We've talked enough shit for the day. And yeah, get on with life. Have a great weekend.
Finals, people.
We'll definitely be listening out. Be definitely listening out for yours, Donnie. Of course.
Thank you. It means a lot. We're doing the Lahore Cup final on Sunday. My first ever final in Bunnings Heartland Rugby, and I am beyond enthused and just simply can't wait. I'm still pinching myself. What a really special moment to be able to call these teams and really give this competition and provincial rugby as much exposure and love as possible. So, yeah.
No, totally. So, gentlemen, from me to you, good luck with your teams this weekend, and have plenty. And hopefully, you're all celebrating, and we'll be back next week to see whether we're picking you up off the floor or trying to hunt you down in some bar in Ashburton still.
Thanks, Rams. Congratulations, Donnie, on your appointment for the weekend. You're the best man for the job, and it's always a pleasure listening to you and being in your company. And up the mighty men of mid.
Thank you, Mike. You're very kind. Appreciate your guys' support, and thank you so much for having me on, Rabs. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys this competition, and thanks to all those listeners out there. Please give us a shout out. It'd be honestly great to hear from you guys.
Yep, brilliant. A good way to end the show. Until next week, catch us all later.
Take it easy, fellas. See you.